Nice jacket. Who shot the couch? All right, I think Foo Fighters, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam are best songs to cover pickers of all time. And today we're doing the Foo Fighters version of Band on the Run for Mr. Chris Stanton. Chris, thank you so much for the food. All right, this song, I'm afraid this video may be of copious length. There's a lot of little parts in this song, but the first part, the first half of the intro is the chord progression. D major 7, which it sounds more complicated than it is. All it is 2-2-2 on G, B, E. When you play your D chord, our two roots are the open D string. The D's are the open D string and the B string 3rd fret, and a major 7 chord means you take one of your roots and you drop it by half a step, by one note. So there it is. We're dropping the B3 to B2. And G. And that is the first half of the intro progression, but there's those cool little tinkly notes that go on, and they are on the B and the E strings, and you're gonna use one finger to bar those two little strings and do the 10th fret and slide up to the 12th fret. Then we're gonna slide from 5 to 7, back down to 5, and then down to 2, which is exactly what these are, the pickup notes, right? So you'll see that where those double stops is what they're called. I don't know why they're called that, but they're called that. Where those double stops end up is in the D major 7 chord. So, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, and then you hear that guitar go. When I played this at the White House, there's a cool video on that, and it was an organ taking care of this. But you can do it. It sounds like a guitar on the track. Do B 7 and E 5. And just try to bend your B string there. So. And then the second half of it is do 15 on those aforementioned strings and pull off down to 12. 10, slide up to 12. And then our little is, reminds me of a Taylor Swift song, is B8 and G7, but you're just striving to bend the G string, which is kind of tricky. And that's it. So whole thing. For the first half anyways. My string is squeaking. Can you hear that? I don't know why that is. All right, second half. All right, for the second half of the intro, it sticks with its D major 7, and the chords are going to switch twice as often now, to G minor. 3, 5, 5. Now G is the 4th chord in the key of D. That makes this a minor 4, which means I like this song. All right, so. While the lead guitar goes, of course, 15 with our double stops again, 14, 12, 10, 10, 12, 15. That's it. And then it ends with 14, 15, 14. Hammer on pull off there on the baby E string. The verse is the same as the intro until it goes into that hard part, which starts with a big, languid, extended bend on the E string 3rd fret. And then it goes A, but it's not A major, it's A, the power chord, just open A, D2, G2, and it's all. And then you give that bend again before you go to D. You don't have to worry about the baby E string, and we probably want to hear that A string as well. Watching the live video, Dave's always got his thumb there. You can't tell if it's muting the E string or playing D with an F sharp in the bass. Thusly, either one's fine. So it's going to go A, then D, then A. Now that's 2 times through, it goes 2.5. And then it repeats from here, so A. And then the last time, that's 2.5, it does one more A. But there's a little lead there, part 2. The first of which is start on the G string 5th fret, and you're going to go pluck, 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 slide. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, 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 slide, pluck, 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 slide. You say that 10 times fast. Pluck, pluck. So, and then 7 and 4. And it's 2.5 times. So that was the A1, the D1, the A1, the D1. You do the A1 one more time. All right, then it turns into a big mess, and the rhythm guitar keeps doing the same thing. We can tell because we can hear the bass during the big mess, and it's doing the same thing. But the lead guitar turns into octave chords. So do A7 and G9. You can use whatever fingers you want, as long as they're your fingers. I like my pinky. I don't know why. But I'll call out this fret, and the shape remains the same. This is 2 E notes, hence octave chords. So 7, 10, 2, 5, 7, 10, 12, 10, 2, and then one more walk back up. 5, 7, 10, 12. But he's strumming like this. So here's my best shot. Get the point. Then you have that really cool riff section, which it's always a good idea to put something in some of your songs that makes it seem like your band practices together. Yeah, so E3, 5, now to the A string, 3, 5, slide up to 7, and then we're going to end up on D5. So, and then we're going to grab a D power chord, down to C. There's a lot of thickness in that, and that suggests that it could be those power chords with the 5th and the bass too. Do that if you want, don't if you don't want to, but we're just at it. We got a D root, a 5th, and another D root, and the other 5th is located on the E string, 5th fret right below the A string. That's where all 5ths are located. If you're on the A, the 5th of every single note on the A string is in the same fret of the E string. So, and then it's just all 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3. E, E, A, E, E, A. Into the next part. All right, we crashed out on a C note there. A string, 3rd fret, and that's the first chord of the, this is sort of like the main part here, right? So do a regular C chord. It looked to me like Dave might have been putting his pinky on that baby E string 3rd fret, so do that if you want, but don't if you don't want to, because that's a G note. Already in the C chord, doesn't change it, but it's really easy to switch to F this way because you don't have to do that little bar there, so I'm going to do it. C, F, F, C, C, F, F, E minor. But when we crashed out on that C note for the first time, you heard that lead guitar creep in there with an A-shaped C, so A sharp, B, C, and he was going, and then make the B string 1 fret higher, until the chord started going, and then he just kept playing this A-shaped C the whole time, and it didn't change. Until the E minor, at which point he joined it. But those 3 notes work really well with both. It is a C, and those notes work great with F if it's like a lead part over it. So that's why he did that. Next part. All right, chorus. G to C. Could be C with a G in the bass. It definitely is later in the chorus. Again, one of those things that you can do or not do. It doesn't really change too much about the chord, but C with a G in the bass would be do your regular C, move your ring finger to E3, and put your pinky finger back where your ring finger was. So here we go. G, C, E minor, A minor. Now you really hear that high G note there over the A minor, which that's allowed. That makes it an A minor 7. Dave Grohl really likes making A minor 7s in this fashion, so do it or don't, doesn't matter. And then F, C, definitely hear C with a G in the bass there. And then F, and make that low F note a low E note, a la Wish List Eddie's part, right? So chorus, G, C, E minor, A minor, F, C, F. I thought the chorus was going to go again. The end of the chorus is just C. While the lead guitar is doing his. Thing. At the end of the next chorus, which happens right after that chorus, so I guess the chorus did go again, you hear that little guitar riff, which is 8 on the baby E string, 5, 8 on B, 5, 8. That's the A minor pentatonic. We're playing a C chord that whole time. A minor is C's relative. You know that because here's C on the E string, and the relative minor is always located 3 frets lower than that. And that's how you know which minor pentatonic to use. So, no surprise. Oops, but one of those notes is a bend. So you could do it this way, like we did, but go straight to the B string, like that. Or you could do it here. Do E13, and then bend G12, and then we're looking for D14. It's easier to bend G12 than it is to bend B8, but either one's great. And then there's the next part that makes it seem like they're band practices together, which is E minor, G, C. Definitely, again, hear the G in the bass on that C. Do it or don't, doesn't matter. E minor, G, C, followed by E minor, C, A minor, followed by the end of the chorus. F, C, F. All right, we've done it. The last 4 band on the run, band on the run, band on the run, band on the runs are, instead of just C, like it is all the other times, it's C, F, C, F. Until it ends with E minor, G, C with a G in the bass. Awesome. I feel like that was, I feel very proud of my effort right there. So I hope you really enjoyed that. Chris, thank you so much again. Yeah, I feel like I needed every little bit of that 13 minutes. So thank you so much for being here for it, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.